Dayton police with one.
No, I've gotten brought in from the police twice for breaking and entering and for possession of marijuana.
What is causing this kid to commit a crime? If we don't deal with it, they will be behind a jail cell in an adult prison system.
You know what? You're in drug court. You're here because you have a drug and/or alcohol problem. There are rules in this program. You have to go to counseling. If he doesn't go to counseling, I want a violation filed, and he'll probably spend close to Christmas in jail. So I'm making. We have young people who are doing drugs who don't go to school because they're up to 3 and 4 in the morning. Lord knows where they are getting their drugs. Those kids can get killed. They're not leading safe lives. There's a lot of belief in the country that drug courts aren't working. Mine works because I blend my drug court with Reclaiming Futures.
You have to do 2 AA classes, drug and alcohol counseling, talk to your probation officer, go to school, and stay clean. Come here. It sounded easy, but then, like, I wanted to do what I wanted to do.
When the police officer removes the child from the automobile, they will bring him in through this blue line. Every child provides us with a urine sample, and that urine sample is tested. And whether they're detained or not, Crisis Care does a behavioral health screen on every child.
In the Reclaiming Futures model, the first thing we want to do is screening, and then more comprehensive assessment. Something went wrong in their lives. They start abusing drugs and alcohol for some reason. If we do our jobs right, we'll make sure the right treatment is to the right kids at the right time, every time.
Before Reclaiming Futures, they never really get to know the judge. They're just in there for 3 or 4 times for 10 minutes, and that's it. This program gives them stability. It gives them a process they can go through to stop using drugs and alcohol, at the same time focus their lives on what's more important, things that can help them stay healthy and more stress-free. This is a team effort. The team really consists of probation, the court, treatment, and the community.
Yes. Of course, he's testing positive, using alcohol,
Right.
but he's not seeing Terry like he's supposed to.
Terry, what's the issue with that?
He was attending intensive outpatient. His grandmother and grandfather had separated recently. I don't know what support is like in the home.
So it's not all Aaron's fault because he's not attending.
Right.
That's the way
I want them to tell me when I may have missed something, have an open discussion with me. I mean, in the end, I have to make the final choice, but I make it only with a lot of input on each individual case.
You need to ask before you do that.
I don't think my mom and me were fighting off the wall.
What are you doing?
I decided to move to Indiana with my dad. I rarely saw him. Maybe once a week, a couple hours, that was it. I was like, how are you about to leave your daughter here? I was only in 8th grade. I don't know, that's when just everything like fell apart. Like I started doing drugs, everything bad. I went to jail for the first time for possession of marijuana. I told my mom I wanted to move back. Was doing good for a couple months, and then I started doing the same stupid stuff I was in Indiana. I was like kind of glad to get locked up, so I felt like I was not where I belonged, like where there's kids like me there. So I could actually talk about stuff.
Kids come from homes that I would say are broken. And so you have caring people, whether it's a probation officer, a treatment counselor, natural helper, a coach, or a teacher, to be sure they get what they need to turn their lives around.
So what do you think the difference was?
Normally I would just throw a fit.
You acknowledged what you had done was wrong. That's different, right?
She's really cool and I could talk to her about anything. When I find out stuff about my dad or I just need somebody to vent to.
How do we empower them to take control and improve their own lives? where they can continue the improvement and know how to access resources when they need it once they leave the system.
The last time I got locked up, I saw my mom cry. Like, that is the worst feeling in the world, to make your mom cry. So I finally tried in school. I started progressing in drug court and got into phase 2 and phase 3, and then finally I graduated August 6th.
When they get out of the program, they are off alcohol, off drugs, are living a stable life, they're emotionally healthy, and they are physically healthy.
So congratulations, you've earned it.
When I graduated, he actually came down out of his stand and, like, he's put me in jail before, and I'm shaking somebody's hand who's put me in jail. He knew I deserved to graduate.
We've had some statistical analysis done that proves this model works. I have support from the Supreme Court in Ohio to the point that they're letting me teach this program to all the judges in Ohio.
I work in the mornings at the elementary school. I keep, like, imagining what they would be like in high school. Like, I'm kind of afraid for those kids, so I just try and give them a good influence. So I've never really been a good influence for anybody, not even for myself. Knowing that I can maybe make a difference is actually pretty good.